Emily, I guess the major story is you just being on the field this year in a lot of ways, and I want to talk to you about your injury that kept you out for most of last year. But what has been the highlight for you so far this year now that you're back on the field?
Just getting to play has been my highlight because, I sat out a whole year last year. So, I'm just happy to be back out there, and starting is, a really big thing. I was shocked that I got to start, and I was really proud of myself that I, was able to start and prepare myself. So
it seemed that, just looking at the minutes played, that you started out playing 20 or more minutes in the first 3 or 4 matches. Then you had 74 minutes in a match, and now you're back into the 40s. Is that by design? Has your knee given you any trouble?
My knee has been swelling up a little bit, so I have gotten a little bit of trouble with it. But, just pushing through it and doing what I have to do to be able to stay out there and get those minutes that I want to play has been my focus. So
what is it that you have to do? For those who have not experienced a knee injury, knock on wood, they never will, but what do you have to do to get ready to play?
A lot of rehab, a lot of leg lifts. I have to do maintenance is what they call it, so I have to go work out a lot. Like the girls soccer team doesn't really lift very much, so I have to go do that on my own time, and then lots and lots of icing and ice baths is
afterwards.
What I have to do. Yes.
Yeah. How did it happen?
Well, in September, I tore my meniscus the first time. We played one game, and then we had one practice after that, and then I tore it. I just did a move around my friend Natalie, and then I just planted wrong, and then my knee felt weird, and I couldn't walk, and then it tightened up, and then so I waited a month because they didn't think that I tore anything. They just thought I sprained I sprained something, and then finally I saw a doctor because it just wasn't getting better. And then they said I tore it, and then I did all the rehab, and then I came back and then played futsal, which probably isn't the smartest thing to do on your knee because it's one of the worst things you can do on the hard surface. And then I ended up tearing it again, so.
My goodness. Well, emotionally, I can imagine that was pretty tough. Not being on the field, obviously, you went through the physical thing, but what was it like watching your teammates?
It was hard because if they are struggling on the field, you're sitting there watching them, and you're just I want to be out there helping them. That's all you want to do is help or anything. So I tried on the sidelines to still be a voice for the team, even though I was sitting out, and that was still hard to do because it was frustrating because you can't be out there. But yeah. That's what I did.
Talking about contributing to your team, this year you were able to do that right from the beginning, a goal, I think, in the first match. How did you, what was the emotion there when you scored?
Oh, so happy. I was nervous that I wasn't going to score anymore. I don't know, just my mindset was just play your hardest, and hopefully that's what it will pay off. And yeah.
You and Mackenzie Kellogg kind of suffered through the same thing last year. Do you compare notes about your year off, your medical year off?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Me and Kenzie sat on the bench next to each other all the time. We talked, and we are the ones that helped each other through our knee injuries. If one of us was having a tough day, we'd give advice, or just if our knee was bad that day, we'd help each other.
Appreciate things a little bit more, being able to be on the field this year?
Definitely. And people have gotten hurt this year, and you're able to help them out more and give better advice, and you kind of see the field differently sitting out as well, so that's always a help.
Enough about that kind of stuff. How about this year? Has it been everything you expected?
Yeah, for sure. It's actually better than I expected. I think our team has improved this year more than last year, just because we have all our players back and we don't have as many people hurt anymore. And, I just think.
You're up front, obviously, so you're expected to score, but outside of that, what are a forward's responsibilities defensively?
Defensively, you have to drop back. You have to help. You can't just stay up at half field and expect everyone else to do the work for you back there and kick the ball up to you. So your job is to drop back and help them, make runs, do the best you can.
Does that get overlooked a little bit, the amount of defense you have to play?
Sometimes, but I think everyone does the same amount of work on the field, and they expect certain things from you, and you expect certain things from them. So I think it's just teamwork. Everyone expects the same thing from everyone. You are from O'Fallon, Missouri. What made you come to Jewel? What did you like? Well, to be honest, at first I came to Jewel and I visited it, and it was snowing, and I didn't get any, I barely toured, I barely didn't get to see anything, and I was just I don't think it's for me. And then I went to a different school, and I still don't like it there, and something was telling me to go back to Jewel, just see it one more time when it's not snowing and all that stuff. So I came back and I visited, and second time I came back, I fell in love. I got the best tour ever. I met the best people. I met Sarah Franklin, And she was really good at introducing me to the team and everything, and then just got to see the rest of the campus. And I left there saying I want to go there, and now I'm here.
Fast forward down the road, 10 years from now, what are you going to be doing with your dual degree?
Well, I'm majoring in business and minoring in communications, and I still don't really know what I want to do. I'm hoping that I'm going to do some internships this year and figure out exactly what I want to do, and hopefully I can eliminate things that I don't like and find things that I do like.
If someone has an internship available, are you looking in any particular area?
I like human resources a lot. I think that's really interesting, so maybe in there. I'm not really sure yet.
Finally, tell us a little bit, if you will, about your family.
I have one sister named Riley, and she is 11. And
She an athlete like
yes,
you?
yes, she plays soccer,
Okay.
and she's just like me. And I wouldn't tell her this, but I think she'll probably be better than me, even though to her face, I say that she's not as
Sure,
good,
we
but-
won't tell her. We won't tell her.
Yeah, but I've tried already talking to her to come to William Jewell and all that stuff. So.
Okay. About your folks?
My parents, Jim and Teresa, they're the best. They support me in everything. They've come to like all of my games, so they are very happy that they actually get to come this year and see me play instead of coming and watching the team. But I mean, they still liked it. But
And I'm sure it's a lot better than coming and watching you sit on the bench with that knee injury.
yes,
so.
yes, it is for sure.
Continued success. Stay healthy.
Yes, I know. That's the goal.